Chuck Lowry. Johnny. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks. Welcome to the show. Nice to have you here. Let's get started by meeting our first guest. She was born in Florida, raised in Alabama. Doesn't believe there's a Mr. Right out there for her. She takes a certain attitude with her when she goes into clubs, and she thinks that most men are dogs. Please welcome Tanika Johnson. Hi, Tanika. How are you? Good. Now, Tanika, what makes you think that most men are dogs, really?
Well, I just think that a lot of men take advantage of women, and, you know, a lot of women allow themselves to be taken advantage of. I understand that. But I just think that a lot of times in a relationship, you know, the woman in the beginning, she kind of tries to play the hard role and tries to have control. But then after a while, because, you know, women think with their heart, and that's where we mess up right there. And we start getting into the guy and all that kind of stuff and start thinking of all the emotions, and we get caught up, and then the guy realizes, hey, I got you. And then, you know, that's when everything happens.
That's when everything falls apart.
Yes.
Tell me about this attitude you have in clubs.
See, a lot of my friends and a lot of guys, you know, like when I go out to clubs after the night or whatever, it's like they'll come up to me and say, you know, I really want to talk to you, but you acted like you had an attitude. Yeah, and plus, like...
So they assume you have an attitude, but you really don't have an attitude.
No, not really, but I think that all clubs are kind of like meat markets anyway, so, you know.
So you do have an attitude?
A little bit.
It's very difficult. Okay, going to show you the men that Tanika had to choose from. Remember, you're going to pick the man that you think's best for her. First, Cazzie, he can't stand women who are always on a diet or can't take a joke. He says that he attempts to kiss on a first date, whether he's interested or not. And here's Cazzie on the subject of hair weaves.
The weave, I'm not too into the weave, because when I run my fingers through her hair, I would want to come out with just my fingers and not a whole bushel of hair. Say, honey, you lost something here.
Now, that's a lot of guts for a guy who looks like a champagne cork, doesn't it? I couldn't resist it. Looked like a Dom Perignon stopper, boy. Okay, next there's Jerome. He says that he always reminds people of someone they know. He tries to avoid women who smoke or have kids, and he has a thing for women in high heels. Here's more on that.
I like women that wear high heels, especially high heel pumps, because I think it really does something to a woman's leg. You know, I don't know, it's something about the way the shoe, you know, it puts the foot in a certain position. It just, you know, accentuates the whole leg.
And finally, Will, he rates himself a 9. In his free time, he enjoys jogging, weightlifting, shopping. He likes to daydream about being rich. And here's what he wants women to know before they go out with him.
Tell her to get lots of sleep the night before, because we'll be moving the whole time, 24 hours we'll be moving. Also, tell her to bring some extra money, because I might run short. Actually, just tell her to just brace herself, sit down, buckle up, and enjoy the ride. We'll have lots of fun.
Okay. Those are the 3 men Tanika had to choose from. Time for you to vote. Who would you send her out with? Going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll meet the man that Tanika selected. Hear everything that happened on their date. We'll do that. 2 and 2. Be right back at you.
Most people are experts on something they like. Moi, I'm an expert on Greek.
Okay, we're back, and Tanika is going to tell us who she picked.
I chose Will.
Haven't seen each other since the date. We always hear both sides. Say hello to Will Brown. Hey, Will.
Hey, Chuck. How are you doing, Tanika?
You look different, Will. What did you do? Did you shave your head? Is that what it is?
No, I just picked up some glasses.
Oh, that's why. Okay. You looked a little different there. Welcome to the show, and
thank you.
Tanika will start us off.
Oh, yeah, you look good.
You like the way he looks, huh?
Thanks,
yeah,
Tanika.
he looks nice. Okay. You want me to? Okay.
Yeah, I want you to start.
All right. Well, I go to pick him up, and this guy walks outside, and I was like, who is this? You know, he kind of looked familiar, but I couldn't place who he was. And then so he walks back to the door, and it was Cazzie, one of the guys that I didn't choose on the screen. I was like, what are you doing here?
Oh, no, are you guys friends?
That's my best friend, Chuck.
Oh, is it really? Oh, my gosh. He's not the one that looked like a champagne cork.
That's
no,
it.
that's the guy. to get in trouble, didn't I? I just had to do it. Well, you tell him what I said. I don't care.
I'll be sure to do that.
And was he disappointed about not being picked by Tanika?
Once he seen Tanika, I think that he really wished she would have chosen him instead.
Okay. Was it that hair that put you off him, or what?
A little.
See, I'm
Well,
telling
see, I
you,
like really big
Cassie,
men.
take care of the hair. All right, so now what happened?
Okay, so then we go in his living room and we're talking on the couch, and you know, it's a really nice conversation. Everything.
Cassie still there?
No, Cazzie left.
Okay.
Okay, and it's really nice conversation, and then Will, you know, he kind of puts his arm around the couch like this, and he's just kind of looking me all up and down, and it was cool. You know, everything was fine.
Yeah.
So then after that, we leave and we go out to eat.
Hang on just a minute.
Okay.
What's going on the couch here, Will?
Well, Chuck, as I attempted to get to know Tanika a little better, I have my arm around her, and I'm checking her out a little bit, looking her up, looking her down, and she's very plentiful.
Okay. So now where do you go?
Okay, so we went to Benihana's to eat.
Okay.
And we get there and we're seated. It's a little bit of a wait, and so we talk a little bit more. And then we go to the table, and we didn't really get a chance to get to know each other that well because another couple came and sat there with us. So
And plus
it's not like
knives
we
are
were
flying everywhere at Benihana's.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Now, you comfortable with these other people there, or do they make you uncomfortable, Will?
Well, it was okay. It's just that I did know one of the, I knew the other lady.
You
who was
know
sitting next to
everybody. What's going on here? You knew the other person?
I knew one of them.
Did it
yes.
used to be an old flame? And did you used to date her? Did you know her? Did she a teacher? How'd you know her?
No, I think what it was that I knew her and I knew her boyfriend, but the two weren't the same. The guy at the table wasn't him.
Oh. Well, we won't get into this. So anyway, you have dinner, and it's kind of uneventful.
Well, I mean, it's just that we didn't really have privacy because,
Right.
you know, there was another couple there.
So now what happens?
But it was nice. Okay.
What happens after dinner?
Okay, so after dinner, we decided that we were going to go bowling afterwards. Before we even start the game, he's like, you know, he's Miss Master Bowler, and he's telling me, okay, well, do this and don't do this, and no, well, it's common courtesy, like not to step up and all this kind of stuff. And he's like, okay, well, whenever you make a strike, you know, you have to give the other person a high five. And so I'm like, okay, well, cool.
This sounds like a real fun bowling. You got to follow all these rules. You're just going bowling.
Okay, no, but it was all right. So he won the first game. So then, now the second game comes up, and I get 2 strikes.
Ooh, in a row?
Right, in a row.
Double.
And
That's called a double.
And so it's like right now I'm thinking, you know, I kind of bruised his ego a little bit because in the first place, all this
Now,
stuff.
you didn't throw a gutter ball just because of that, did you?
No, but all this stuff that he was telling me about good sportsmanship, he did not give me a high five. I got 2 strikes and it was no good going.
Yeah,
no
so now
nothing.
what's happening? Is she digging into your ego a little bit?
Chuck, I have to admit, I did let her win the last game.
Oh!
No.
What, did you have a friend? Was Cazzie back there knocking down the pins for her or something, or what?
No, Chuck, he was upset.
Yeah, was he?
Because I beat him fair and square.
I
But
believe
it's all right, baby. I still had a wonderful time.
So now what happens after bowling?
Okay, so after bowling, you know, we go back to the car, and it's like we're riding in the car, and we're going back to his house. And so he kind of grabs my hand, and he's like, you know, like touching on my hand softly and all that
Now,
kind
is
of
this
stuff.
the first bit of affection that he's shown you all night?
Oh, no.
Oh, there was more, and I didn't know about it.
Well, you know, he's like touching my leg at the bowling alley and like doing all this kind of stuff. And so it was cool, but like in the car, I kind of let him know I'm just not that touchy-feely on
You're
the
not.
first date. Not that I didn't like him, because I really, really liked him, but I just, you know, I felt a little uncomfortable. And so he was fine with that, I think.
Yeah. Now, was this message coming in loud and clear?
Loud and clear,
Was
Chuck.
it? Yeah, okay. And how did it end?
Okay, so anyway, we go back to his house.
So he's not going to try to kiss you now. I guarantee it, probably.
Well. Well, we go back to his house, and so he wants me to come in, but it was really late, and I was tired, and so he just walked me to the car. And so, you know, we're talking and everything, and it's like, you know, I could tell he wanted to give me a kiss, but I think that he
You wouldn't let him
realized...
touch your hand. I'm sure you're not going to let him kiss you
Well,
on the first date.
Yeah, I think that he realized that, you know, that's not, you know, exactly what I wanted. And so he just took my hand and he shook it, and it was really nice. And, you know, I just told him, you know, I really look forward to seeing you again.
Good.
And that's how it ended.
Give you that 3-finger bowling grip. Hey, you know. Take a look, see the audience pick for you. Yeah, they like Will. 85%. He bowled them over. Want to ask him out again?
Oh, yeah.
I'll ask him. We'll pay for it.
Will, would you like to go out with me again?
Let me think. Of course.
Come on, Will. Let me think, he said. Let me think. Hey, Will. You guys, good couple. Nice to have you on the show.
Nice to be here.
Yeah, let us know how you're doing, will you?
Okay.
Okay, gonna come right back with another couple. Stay with us.
Do you want to go on the most unique date of your life, and we'll even pay for it? Well, if you're single and over 21, call this number right now. Operators are standing by.
Rebuilding after the fire? Watch out for these guys. He bid $500.
He gets teased about. He claims that being a grocery close, it hurts.
Contains scenes and language of a frank and explicit nature. Viewer discretion is advised.
This is Def Comedy Jam. With your host, Martin Lawrence. I am your DJ, Kid Capri. Tonight, Henry Welch, Blair Shannon, Marvin Thomas, Ricky Harris. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for my man.